All right, guys, just to finish up our thoughts here on the rest of these lecture notes. So, again, just to reemphasize, the Tudors are in control of England, and when Henry dies in 1509, that's Henry VII, father of Henry VIII. He does leave a nation that's very stable, in peace, and the throne has been enhanced. And this is one of those times in the ebb and flows of English history where the king kind of gets the upper hand on the parliament. Really, one of the last times that we're going to see in this class. But on to Spain. Keep in mind that Spain was divided in some ways like the Holy Roman Empire, not quite that divided like you saw on the map the other day in class, where all the little duchies and kingdoms, but Spain is basically a conglomerate of independent kingdoms or nations. Um, I think for several reasons. Spain was tough to unite, and I think that the cultural diversity that had marked Spain, through the years of the Reconquista made unity a little bit harder. When Ferdinand and Isabella marry in 1469, they bring two kingdoms together. Okay, so Ferdinand is from the Kingdom of Aragon, Isabella is from Castile, and they unite those two states and create some type, some unity. Although there are still other sort of rogue states in Spain. Local police forces are created. They cut out the power of the nobles as well. They exclude them from the royal council, and by doing that, they reduce their influence. One of the biggest rights that these guys secure from the church is the right to appoint bishops in Spain and the Americas, which again, the church in exchange, for favor or money, gives up the right to appoint these bishops, and so in turn, Ferdinand and Isabella take some control of the Catholic Church, especially in the New World. In January of 1492, which is a pretty monumental year, the Reconquista is completed when the Kingdom of Granada, which is the southernmost southeastern kingdom of Spain, is reconquered, and the last Muslims are expelled from Spain at that point. Now, there is a large Jewish population in Spain at the time of the completion of the Reconquista. And this was and partly because they had been expelled from other places, they had come to Spain, and they had actually been treated well in Spain when the country was disjointed, right? After the plagues of the 14th century, and the turmoil and the financial issues that hit in the wake of the plague, as with other countries in Europe, Jews are targeted or blamed or scapegoated, if you will. So by the 14th century, Jews in Spain are being killed, sometimes forced to convert to Christianity, and they're known as New Christians. Um, it's an interesting thing. Despite the fact that they converted, a lot of these people were still targeted, um, by the church and by the local populations, again, because they're a minority, and because it's kind of easy to pin things on them. Ferdinand is going to set up what's called the Inquisition. And the idea of that is to seek out these new Christians, former Jews, who may have slipped back to Judaism. The move was, political. Most of the people that were targeted by this were targeted due to money lending or their prestigious place in society. And I think this is when we really see in Spain the creation of what might be called a Jewish race. They begin to paint them as a separate entity. A Jewish nation is maybe what they call it. Jewish blood is something that you'll hear, and it's a means of discrimination. The Inquisition will do its bloody work, and in the meantime, 200,000 Jews are expelled from Spain and forced to find new places to live. So that is it for the notes for today. We're going to go over the art stuff in class tomorrow or Friday. So hang tight and keep reading, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.